do the gimbal yet. That's okay. The beginning of the stream. So, is that the one? Or is it this one? Which is the button that rotates it?
Yeah,
that one.
That one. Something.
This one. Which is the one that rotates it?
Don't know.
Gimbal. There we go. We'll do it manually.
Do it live.
We'll do it manually. Welcome to Touching the Grass with Mecha. I need the chat pulled up on your phone, pretty please.
You can put the chat on the chat window there?
Maybe. I don't know. I should have gone the other way. First, how bad is the wind? Because we've been trying to get a spot away from the wind. Hello, Eric Schultz. Is it terrible? I'm trying to block it. Which way is it coming from? Is it coming towards me or behind me? Is it better like this or better like this? Is it better like this with the wind? Happy April Fool's Day. Was it better the other way? How do you adjust the quality? Let me see.
It's got that gear here.
The gear thing. You go into advanced and you can go to like
44,
yeah. We'll try and keep it as less. We do have the mountains behind us though. I was gonna go from over there. It's windier. Is it too bad? Happy April Fools, everybody. Hello, Aubrey Jackson. So we're I need the article too. I wanted to go live, but then I'm like, I gotta walk, I gotta get out of the house. I was reading these articles this morning. I'm like, Whoopi Goldberg, is she punking us? Is she doing an April Fool's joke?
Here.
When not too bad, better now. Okay, it died down.
One?
Yeah, the Daily Mail's a good one. What does that say?
Hold on.
Alright, hopefully it's not too bad. How's everyone doing on April Fool's Day? I tweeted out that Whoopi Goldberg is gonna appropriate her name. Those are my new pronouns. That's my new gender identity. And anybody who denies me is an istophobe. And so that means I get her paycheck and her position on The View, right? Welcome to Touching Grass with Mecha. It's a new concept. For anybody who says, get outside, touch some grass. I do every day. I do like 4-mile poke walks. I play Pokemon Go. So depending on what time of day it is and what season, yeah, we go outside like every single day. And I had to have the Mountain Dew instead of the Powerade today because we ran out. So yes, we are outside. How's everyone doing? Live chat. Make sure I go into live chat. I want to talk about the Whoopi Goldberg thing. How's my signal? Do we have signal? Can you guys see okay? I know people will be trickling in. Is the thumbnail terrible? How come Whoopi gets it a pass for appropriating a Jewish name? I don't know. Daily Mail. Where's the Whoopi article on the Daily Mail? Carrie Mulligan channels. No. That's not.
Don't put us all out.
I don't know. She said something. You're good. We can see. Is that a farm? Nah, it's just a park. We're in the park.
This one, Daily Wire?
No, I want the Daily Mail article.
That was the Daily Mail article.
Yeah, but there wasn't an article there.
Yes, there is.
All right. Well, click on it and read it to me then.
Whoopi Goldberg went off on one.
Okay, there it is. Well, it wasn't there. It was a Carrie Mulligan thing. When I clicked it, Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, holy crap! Calling you in. Thank you so much. Feathers to fan. Ooh, there's a bug. That was a bug because you're hot. Thank you. Well, it's bright out. Hey, there's a plane. You think they're doing? You see it?
Trails.
They're doing chemtrails. Is it a chemtrail plane? Probably not.
You know how much? How much it needs to have any kind of
I love your channel, Red Megan Pat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Smash the like button. Hello, Amaranth for the win. Hello. Do we need to? Looks like a beautiful day. Your signal's fine. Snow here in the UK. We got snow on top of the mountains.
Yeah, it's snow in the UK, huh?
Wow. I heard it was snowing in like Kentucky.
Oh.
I saw Lulu's tweet on that. She was saying. All right. Crying out loud. Whoopi Goldberg. She's so mad. She's so triggered. She claims that calling out Hollywood for being full of out-of-touch elites is akin to racism. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? This is Rob's phone. I am sneaky. I am very sneaky. If I'm a vampire, get out of the sun. I know. Spy plane. It's a spy plane. That's like saying black people like chicken, Whoopi Goldberg says, claiming that Hollywood, or claims that calling out Hollywood for being full of out-of-touch elites is akin to racism. Really? Really? She defends A-listers who clapped for Will Smith. Oh, for crying out. We're not mad that they clapped for Will Smith. We knew they were going to. That's not the issue. The issue is that you guys are out of touch. You guys are telling us to pay more in gas. You guys are telling us, like, these goodie bags are more than any of us will ever see that they get. It's not istophobic to... She lashed out against a fellow View host, Tara Setmayer. I don't watch The View. First off, we don't watch The View here. She was criticizing the audience of the Oscars, who gave Will Smith a standing ovation moments after he slapped Chris Rock in the face. Well, here's the thing. We got some more updates on the Chris Rock side of stuff, too. We have some updates on how the Academy handled it. So,
Poorly.
Yeah, they handled it poorly. There's so much stuff. So Whoopi thinks, like, I don't want to just rail on her. I'm outside touching grass. Whoopi, get outside and touch some grass. You know, you make more. Her big whole thing is she's like, oh, well, we work very hard in Hollywood. We have jobs, you know. Yeah, but you also get paid more in a goodie bag than I will ever make in my entire lifetime. Like, seriously, I'm not even joking. Like, unless something happens and my channel blows up overnight, or I'm hired on by Fox News, which will never happen because, let's face it, they would be too afraid of hiring somebody like me. Because I'm not gonna recite back their bullshit on either side of the aisle. She took issue and said generalizations against actors are the same as racist generalizations against black people. No, it's not. Because guess what? I wasn't the one saying that we couldn't comment on a slap because it was a quote-unquote black issue like Black Hollywood. So you can take that out of your mouth, Whoopi. What we saw was an angry person assault somebody who made a joke, and that crossed the line. Whether or not Chris Rock's joke crossed the line or not, who knows, but I don't have anything against Daily Mail either, as it's a TV show used on the air. Donnie Pearson. The elite are looking down on us. That's what it feels like. It feels like the elite are just looking down on us. They don't watch The View other than the woke people. I don't know. I think like a lot of housewives will have it on in the background. A lot of people who don't even know that it's a woke show. Like, you gotta remember, your average normie, like normal person, doesn't know any of this stuff is going on. They just see like, and we got more planes. That's way up there. I didn't even see it. I hear it. Your normal people don't even realize that it's an issue. It's like you cannot sit there and compare wealthy, elite, privileged people to racism, Whoopi. That's just more out of touch than ever. Not only is that offensive to people who actually struggle with racism in the United States who aren't wealthy, but for crying out loud, it's not a racial issue. Yes, the wealthy, elite, privileged people in Hollywood are very hypocritical. They say a lot of stuff for their publicity, you know, and this is why a lot of people are questioning whether or not it was a publicity stunt even. And Whoopi is supporting black on black violence, isn't she? Well, I mean, so many of these people on Twitter were. Oh, here's the article. As hosts on Thursday discussed the infamous slapping incident between Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars, Tara Setmayer criticized the audience at the event for clapping for Will Smith's Best Actor win. I think it's more they didn't know what to say or do, especially once he started apologizing. And no, he didn't apologize to Chris Rock. That's the big thing. He did not apologize to Chris Rock. See, this is the thing. You guys all saw. Did you see what Ricky Gervais said? Ricky Gervais was like, yeah, if I were telling a joke, I wouldn't have taken a shot at Jada's hair. I would have taken a shot at Jada's boyfriend. Which is what we've been doing on What the Dub. We're going to do a What the Dub stream tonight just to kind of unwind with all this. And
it's April Fool's.
It's April Fool's. It is April Fool's. I mean, it's either that or I play some some more Elden Ring, which I've been doing. Whoopi Whoopi is backdrop crazy. She's getting a lot of backlash lately for saying way too opinionated stuff. I don't know if everybody's just snapping because of the past 2 years. I certainly have. But Ricky Gervais, here's the thing. Had Ricky Gervais said a shot, if Will Smith had got up and slapped Ricky Gervais, Ricky's response would have been, guess who's getting a call from, or guess who's calling his attorney tomorrow? Something. He would have said something clever like that. And I know who I'm calling first thing in the morning. My publicist. No, just kidding. It'll be my attorney. Seriously, Will, I'm going to own your ass. No, that's not a racist joke. You just assaulted me in front of everybody. Now, best documentary goes to Questlove, or who did Questlove win?
You know, Ricky Gervais would have said next year.
Yeah.
Because Will Smith couldn't be here, but we would like to be here, and unfortunately, he's not able to see the telecast tonight because he's not allowed to have a TV in his cell.
Yeah. See. If it were Dave Chappelle, he would have had made nothing but Jada Pinkett Smith jokes.
That's right.
You see, Rod, I don't know if they see you in the background.
Yeah, I'm assuming the full Burt Reynolds position. That's right. Jada Pinkett.
My comeback to Will.
Some young dick.
My comeback just shouted, he may be only if the guy kept his dick out of her mouth.
Jada Pinkett Smith in front row.
Well, she was laughing too. I did a video of that. She was laughing about it. Oh, for crying out loud. So she's laughing after Will smacked him, not at the joke. Yeah, we'll clarify. Piece of work.
A self-absorbed piece of you know what.
Liked your red dress in the video. Oh, thank you. That was a Halloween costume. I'm like, what do I have this kind of Oscar-y? I don't normally cosplay, but I'll do something Oscar. I've been trying to have more fun. Like, what do I want to do? What do I think you guys want to see to be entertaining? I mean,
she really.
Oh, now people are giving me shit because I admit that I pay the rent with super chats. I'm sorry.
What? I mean,
that's the secret rule of YouTube. You're not supposed to admit it. You're not supposed to admit it. So I'm getting shit for that one. That I'll stop a stream and do another stream people like.
Hey, when before everything went to shit for him.
Yeah.
A certain YouTuber actually admitted that openly. Hey, I use this money to pay my rent.
Who?
You know, there's a certain guy.
I don't know. I don't know. But that's the shit I've been getting.
You don't know. And you just that guy. Yeah. You know?
Will Smith. Now I know to do I can't see it. You can't see it.
Ouch.
You'll be able. Yeah, you gotta be able to have people talk crazy about you.
I go sleepy.
Tell that to some of these actresses. Tell that. See, now that's a great excuse when you're a multimillionaire in Hollywood. You know, that's the big thing. Like people have to understand that when people are, you know, YouTubers, there's a bit of a pay gap. Right. I don't want to sound ungrateful by telling you guys that I'm not making Will Smith money. You know, I don't want anybody to use that one against me that I'm not. I don't even see these planes. Do you see that plane?
It's over there.
Oh, okay. Because I can hear it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Little turboprop.
Sean Russell, $4.99. Thank you so much. The first rule of comedy is you don't want to be joked about. Don't sit in the front row. That's what Robson's saying.
Yep.
You make great stuff, and I agree with your new stuff. Well, thank you. I try and have fun with it too, because like there's so much stuff that triggers me, and then I'll get really triggered by Star Trek. It's gonna be coming. We did a review. We recorded it. We'd actually talk about that while we're here, but I don't know how many people care. We're trying to wrap up the Chris Rock stuff. Oh, could you grab the article I linked you this morning from the Academy?
Will Smith, they told him to leave?
Yeah. I think it's like they told him to leave, but then they didn't. So the cops were ready to arrest Will Smith. Yeah, they were backstage, and Chris Rock was like, I think he was just so shocked because we are in, I'm gonna put words in his mouth. If I told a joke and had a lot of backlash around me that I was in the wrong and a lot of people mad at me for telling a joke, gee, can I relate to that? Maybe
this one.
Yeah, this one that I linked you. Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter. Oscar producer explains, you probably can't see it, why Will Smith was not removed from the show. Oh, also, people want to see my feet always. So I went with the gold LA gears. We went with gold 80s style. I gotta show these off because I was looking and I found my old shoes that I had in the 80s, the LA gears. The LA gears! Yay! I probably have 3 days of stubble on my legs, that's okay. Hollywood Reporter! The Hollywood Reporter, Oscars producer Will Packer explains why Will Smith was not removed from the show. Can you guys see that? Here, we'll flip the camera again. The Daily Beast claims Chris Rock has been mocking Jada since the 90s. Yes, and I think he has. I think she's kind of deserved it since the 90s, hasn't she? Hasn't she? It's just one of those things. Like, you know, if you have that big of a problem, text him and say, hey, stop making jokes about her. I mean, they're supposed to have been acquaintances, right? Chris Rock has made it clear that he does not want to make a bad situation worse, the show producer said. That is what I've been under the impression of. What are you guys saying? Currently at the doctor's office. Oh no! We'll take care, Captain April. It's Kentucky crabgrass. I don't know how. What's Kentucky crabgrass? I'm being stared at by a puppy.
Jabba here. Jabba, come here.
We're being
hello,
stared at by a
doggy.
puppy. Hello, puppy.
That's okay.
Hi.
Oh, come on.
Hello,
Hi,
puppy.
buddy. Oh, my shit.
Jabba it. Jabba it.
It's okay.
Silly, come on. Come on. You approach them. What do you
You never know what's gonna happen.
Right. Doggy doesn't like me very much.
Doesn't like me.
Nope.
I made a quick movement,
Yeah.
so I kind of sprang up. I made a quick.
Yeah, you should have sprung up because I'm just sitting here like, hello, doggy. You scared him, not me.
I do that.
I didn't want to put the camera on the doggy, so I don't know if you saw him come behind. Puppy's so cute. Did you see him? Will Smith. Oh, you got a buzz on something. Probably a notification. Cancel. We don't need notifications from the Hollywood Reporter. Thank you. Doggy. Chris Rock made it clear he does not want to make a bad situation worse, according to this article. Oh, good. You guys saw him. He was so cute. The show producer said in the first post-Oscar interview on Good Morning America on Friday, where he discussed Smith slapping Rock on stage and the evolving fallout. Will Packer is shedding light on what happened behind the scenes after the Chris Rock Will Smith slap. Here we go. The producer of the 2022 telecast sat down on Good Morning America for an interview airing 5 days after the show, in which he responded to swirling questions about why Smith wasn't escorted out of the show following the onstage onslaught, and shared his backstage conversations with Rock and the LAPD. So they did have the cops there. So now we're getting some confirmation here that they had the cops there. This was, I think, an article that dropped, yesterday? What did they say? On Good Morning America on Wednesday or Thursday? The first-time Oscar producer said that in the live moment, he too thought Smith smacking Rock was a bit, until Rock came backstage and confirmed that he had really been hit by Smith, who would also go on to win Best Actor trophy the night of the standing ovation. So see, this is what they didn't have, is like after Chris Rock got out, because we saw like Bradley Cooper and Denzel Washington get up and kind of diffuse it right after. Like here's a blast from the past. Hello, Ryan Croft. Oh man. Packer, speaking to TJ Holmes, confirmed that the joke Rock made about Jada Pinkett Smith that had spurred Smith to take the stage, a G.I. Jane jab referencing her shaved head, the actress has alopecia, was unscripted. Well, then again, this is the big thing, that people are kind of treating alopecia like it's cancer. Alopecia, especially if here's the thing, there are different types of alopecia. Some alopecia will grow back. Some alopecia is just patchy spots from dyeing your hair too much. I mean, it's kind of why I let the roots kind of go and only do it every 6 weeks so I don't lose my hair, because But Jada Pinkett is not somebody, like, she always has had very short hair. Even in the 90s, she's always kept it very tight and close to her head, very short styles. I don't think I've ever seen her in long hair. Have you ever seen her with long hair? Yeah, and she changes her looks constantly for films, just to change colors, just to, nothing wrong with that, nothing against it. A lot of times you will get women who give themselves alopecia by doing chemical treatments, especially with relaxers,
and by
especially
pulling it too tight sometimes.
yeah, or by pulling it too tight. SG says, "Eat a burger." Who, me? The dog was Chinese. Comrade Taco.
Oh.
How am I doing? I'm doing good. Okay, so people reacting about the alopecia thing is I can understand, don't make jokes at somebody's expense. On the other hand, all right, it's not a terminal illness. It's just a vanity issue at this point. I'm sure it's traumatic, especially for somebody in Hollywood who's kind of a vanity project anyway. When Rock walked off stage, oh, here we go. Did we see this? It was unscripted. He didn't tell one of the planned jokes. He was immediately freestyling, says Packer of Chris Rock. But Packer wasn't concerned. Even when he saw Smith come on stage, Packer says he, like everyone in the audience, assumed it was a bit. Once I saw Will yelling at the stage with such vitriol, my heart dropped. And I just remember thinking, oh no, oh no, oh no, not like this. Chris was keeping his head when everyone else was losing theirs. My heart was just in my stomach because of everything about it and what it represented and what it looked like and who was involved, all of that. I've never felt so immediately devastated like I did in that moment. When Rock walked off stage after the Best Documentary category presentation, which went to Questlove, Packer confirmed with Rock that Smith had really hit him. I just took a punch from Muhammad Ali, Packer says, Rock joked, despite being very much in shock. Wow. So yeah, this is what we didn't see. This is the new part. Didn't Prince have a girl band named Alopecia 6? Yes. Sean Russell, thank you so much for the super chat. Rob, if Mecha loses her hair and I make a J. Jane joke, please don't slap me too hard. Hey, if I lose my hair to
I'd probably be
alopecia,
making the same joke.
if I lose my hair to alopecia, I'd just wear scarves. I think they look kind of cool. Just wear a gypsy headscarf. I don't know. I'd probably be the first one making jokes, to be honest. Because I'd be like, oh, of course. Oh, that would be my luck. But then again, I could just wear any wig I wanted and it'd be so much easier. Oh my God, it would be so much easier having it. Does she not know how lucky she is? It would be so much easier just to naturally have your hair fall out.
Yeah, just ask me.
Yeah, just ask Rob. Yeah, he doesn't even have to, shower ever. Oh. When Rock walked off stage after the Best Documentary, we saw that. Packer says that once he confirmed the physical assault, Rock insisted to him that he was fine. LAPD officers came into Packer's office and were laying out very clearly what Chris's rights are. They were saying, this is battery. We will get him. We're prepared. We're prepared to get him right now. You can press charges. We'll arrest him. What would have happened if he had done it, though? What do you guys think? What would have happened?
What?
If Chris Rock had, if Chris Rock had said, yeah, let's press charges.
They would have arrested him. They would take him to the LA County Jail.
Yeah.
He would have been processed. He would probably spent a few hours there, mugshotted, fingerprinted, and then released on his own recognizance.
Yeah. Let's see. But Packer says Rock was being very dismissive of those options, reiterating he was fine, even to the point where I said, Rock, let him finish. Yeah, so Chris Rock was even interrupting the cops, it looks like. Is this going to be something where they're like, well, Chris Rock didn't want to press charges? It's like, well, I mean, you got to remember that the show has to go on too. He wasn't in any immediate danger at that precise moment. And if this does progress into legal issues, I don't see it progressing into legal issues, but if it would, that would be the argument I would make.
The LA County prosecutor can still press charges.
Yeah. Even if Chris Rock doesn't.
And Chris Rock doesn't, if he can, the level of harm. I mean, if there's beyond a reasonable doubt, that he committed an assault.
The whole Smith family is a freak show, kinda. Yeah, Rob is right. Colin Ewan, Jada could be suffering from male pattern baldness. Thank you so much, Colin Ewan. Rolando G, holy crap, hey, Mecha Random. Ricky Lake, former 90s talk show host, she said she had alopecia and had good growth back with her hair. See, I didn't hear about that one. Did you hear about Ricky Lake?
No, I didn't hear about that.
No.
I knew somebody with alopecia.
No.
I've known a couple people with alopecia.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But super chat?
Yeah, $20 super chat.
Oh,
Take
awesome.
a drink. Take a drink of my Mountain Dew. We don't have any booze.
If I drink now, I'm going to have to pee.
Yeah, if he drinks now. Luckily, we're in the park and there's a bathroom over there. This is the one of the parks they use the lottery money for. So, and I pay an extra $2 on my taxes.
$2 so you can have a nice park. That's not a bad deal.
Right?
Would you pay $2 to come down to the park? Probably.
$2 a month, yeah. I mean, since I pay for it, I'm using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, Rob likes me. I'm jealous. Here in Germany, we got snowfall. I mean, it's a little windy. It's kind of dying down, but it's been a little breezy. Who's in Germany? Stan Lubita.
Oh, hey, Stan?
I can barely see it because of the glare. I'm sorry.
There should be a song by Slade, my friend Stan.
Earlier this week, the Academy began disciplinary action against Smith and issued a statement saying Will Smith was asked to leave the show. I don't think he was. I think some people were talking about him leaving the show, and some people weren't. That's my best piecing it together. Because now I just did an article that they said that there was a lie that they asked him to leave. So I think that Will Smith publicist has some people out there trying to make a better case for him.
Well, they knew.
Libuda, okay, thank you.
He was going to get the award.
I'm sorry. I can barely see it. I'm sorry.
You can ask him to leave. And the winner is Will Smith. Unfortunately, Will is not able to accept this award. We all know why.
Yeah.
We can all guess why.
Yeah.
Accepting on his behalf is Will,
Yeah.
People that accept awards for other people.
Yeah, it's Denzel Washington. Have him or Bradley Cooper or Serena. Venus and Serena could have went up there. Yeah. Because it was about their dad. So.
And which one of those sisters was absolutely, pouring out of her dress?
The girl in the white dress. I don't know which one is which. Mostly because I don't know tennis. Well, no ringing at me. Well, I don't know tennis.
Well, Venus and Serena, they do those ESPN nude athletes. Issues every so often. They're not exposed.
No.
They're covered, but
yeah,
still. So they got no hang-ups about that.
Well, I mean, she's got an athlete's body.
Yeah.
If I had an athlete's body, I'd be a lot more naked too. Jesse Milestone had a great take. What did she say about it? I haven't heard hers yet. Did you hear her?
No, I didn't. I haven't heard her take yet.
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. Now
he was not told to leave. He never did leave. That photo op he took with Santre and his other weird kids, and Jada was on the after party. Yeah. Well, yeah, they were all at the after party, but Chris Rock wasn't. Also, because I think Chris Rock was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, Chris Rock left, I think.
Yeah, he went off with his friends.
I don't blame him.
No, and then he did a show in Boston. So I did a video on what he said in Boston, and he's like, well, I have a whole set before all this, so I'll talk about this at some point, but I'm still kind of in shock. So that's what he said. Now he's finally released something. Chris looked like he was gonna say something, but he stopped himself. Yeah, because he's like, you know what? I'm the better person here. I'm at an awards show, and Will Smith just slapped me. Because I'm sure he's thinking and like going through his head, it's like, okay, I gotta de-escalate. I gotta not make this any worse. I screwed up. Let's not make this any worse. Especially after Will Smith started yelling. Like, Will Smith would have left if it was a joke at someone else's wife's expense. Would have laughed. Jada laughed at the slap. That was the thing. That was the angle I think Michael Rappaport was sharing out.
Jada Pinkett is, like I said, she's a narcissistic.
She comes off that way. Yeah, she comes off as a very
self. It's all about her. It's all about her.
I needed to heal myself, so I had this relationship with August.
I needed to heal myself, so I went out and I got some young dick.
Well, I mean, she did say they were over.
I got some young dick out of it. That's true. I take a dick over his mouth.
I don't blame her. I guess.
Yeah, his name is August.
Will you do a review of The Orville Season 3 when it drops on Hulu? Yes.
It's not coming for what?
But it's not coming until June. Yeah. They keep moving it back. Oh, so we did a review of Picard. We can talk about Picard while we're live.
God.
You want to talk about Picard while we're live? How much battery do I have? I'm sure I have enough. We'll talk about it.
So, give me my phone.
Jada Pinkett is toxic feminine. Here's your phone back.
Oh, yeah.
You can read the chat to me if we miss anything. Does he have to pee? Do you have to pee?
Not yet.
Okay.
Thankfully, I took care of that with the house.
Oh, man. wonder if Pfizer has an alopecia drug coming out. Oscar is bought to you by Pfizer. I heard that. I heard that rumor. I can't confirm or deny. I heard that as a rumor. That they were going to have an alopecia drug. Oh, they're also bought and sold by Pfizer. They do have one in trials, Professor Genki says. Will is a very good actor. He's a cuck pretending to be an alpha male. Hell of a performance. I don't know. He's never been a good actor.
Oh, Will?
Yeah.
He plays himself.
He does. All right. So what about Picard?
Oh my God, Picard.
Picard.
It's the dumbest. It's setting a new record for dumb.
Come here
Picard
closer. Come closer.
Picard is dumb television for people who think they're smart. It really is. All right, Picard. Where do we begin?
I've been comparing it to like how on Dark Shadows they would do like they would go back in time and have the same actors pop in different roles.
And I've never seen Dark Shadows.
Yeah, so he's never seen Dark Shadows. So Dark Shadows was a soap opera about a vampire. It was like a horror soap opera. So like there's one era where they're back in time, you know, in like witch burning times.
Wasn't Dark Shadows on like Sunday afternoons on PBS every so often?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I could remember.
I don't know. They're different by state. So.
Oh wow.
I
thought it was a British soap opera. It was a British show.
No, it just had a lot of kind of Britishy proper sounding people on it.
So we find out that
I haven't seen any Picard. No spoilers. Rascally Rabbit says.
The Watcher is.
Well, we're gonna get into spoilers here for Picard.
Yeah. So we find out the Watcher, quote unquote,
spoilers.
Spoilers. Romulan Mrs. Doyle.
Yeah.
And she has a horrible American accent.
Yeah, which is why I compare it to like Dark Shadows. You know, remember when
you keep using that name, Picard? Why do you keep using that name? I don't understand. Who's that supposed to be?
I will never complain about her Irish accent now that I've heard her do an American one. I apologize.
And it turns out that she is the same type of person that Gary Seven was.
Yeah, she's a Gary Seven.
She's Gary Seven from Assignment Earth. Because we have to tie it back to the original. So they're cherry picking even more elements
from TOS.
From TOS and Voyager and First Contact. Dear God, it's so dumb.
Pauline McLean. Oh man.
Okay, and all right. So Romulan Mrs. Doyle. Okay, she's been watching over this.
Calling you in. What is dumber? Ooh, what is dumber? Picard or Strange New Worlds? I think Strange New Worlds is gonna be dumber. I think so. DVS Lord. Hello.
All right, Picard they're watching over this blonde chick who turns out is Picard's great aunt or whatever.
Great grandmother or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Some ancestor.
And
this is in 2024 time, so keep that in mind. Yeah. It's supposed to be like now.
She's a self-taught pilot genius.
Yeah. Self-taught pilot genius who happens to have super duper anxiety, who goes to therapy from Q.
And is depressed. Like, oh, boo-hoo.
There's this huge line about, they have so much empathy because they treat depression like it's this debilitating disease. Because Picard has the line about how depression is such a crippling. Depression is a crippling. Yeah, we know. You don't need the lecture.
We know. Everybody knows.
We know. What are you going to do about it in the future? How do you fix that? It's like, gee, in the future, we fixed the thing that made people depressed. So
we have medication for that. Yeah. There's medication for it now.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the whole thing. Yada yada
trying
yada.
To clean my lenses.
Picard's great aunt, whatever.
Picard's great aunt.
And, okay. The other thing I didn't know.
So it's Picard's great aunt, who's like a test pilot, NASA headhunter, because NASA's really going to be headhunting a white French woman in 2024 who taught herself how to fly.
Yeah. NASA. I've never been to NASA. However, from what I know, NASA does not recruit civilian pilots. And they don't typically recruit civilians. They recruit scientists, mathematicians, scientists, physicists, astrophysicists, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
For astronauts, they typically recruit astronauts out of the military.
Yeah, not some French woman.
Not hey kid, want to have lunch? So I mean, there's the huge hole. Okay, but they couldn't have her be everything she did is self-taught.
Yeah.
Because she's genius. She couldn't learn from anybody, especially a man.
Picard, I'm gonna have to follow this on Paramount Network. No, don't. It's bad.
Okay. All right. Now,
Yeah, this is
Agnes-
like episode 5 of this season.
They
Agnes.
All right, now okay. Before they get ahead of themselves, they bust Spanish guy out of the bus
Yeah.
by sending an EMP pulse.
Yeah.
EMP electromagnetic pulse, and they shut down the bus. Okay, good. Yeah, there's using your noodle. There's something that's actually scientific.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then they use the EMP pulse on the driver, which doesn't work.
What driver?
On the bus driver.
Oh yeah, when they're breaking him out of the
Yeah.
thing. I
And
stopped paying attention at that.
Rafi
I just
says,
started grinding.
Rafi says, "Oh, Elnor," and it's just some kid who looks like Elnor.
So she's obsessed with Elnor, even though she knows that the whole timeline's gonna be put back
Yeah.
right at some point. Oh, so Data, Brett Spiner's this. It's not Data. It's
It's
another
Sung.
Soong. It's another Soong ancestor. He's got this daughter who's got all kinds of defects. She's allergic to sunlight.
Who looks like?
Who is Soji from season 1.
She's got the John Travolta disease.
Remember when Carolyn played Pansy Faye in one thing, and you had like, that was on Dark Shadows.
Okay.
Remember how you go back and forth in time and you'd have the same actor playing different characters?
No,
That's what they're doing in Picard now. They're going through different times.
Cheaper than hiring new
Cheaper
actors.
than hiring new people, and it's a soap opera, so why not? It's basically a really bad soap opera now with science fiction
All right.
elements.
All right. So okay. So anyway.
So he's doing genetic experiments on her to cure her of this disease thing that
the
she
John
has.
Travolta boy developed disease.
Yeah, but she's allergic to sunlight. She's allergic to air. She's allergic to water. She's allergic to everything. So she's got to stay in this super sterile environment. And he gets thrown out of the military service. So Leah Thompson is there.
God bless her.
Leah Thompson is acting in this episode because she's been directing on some of these. So she's there like, we gotta throw you. You don't get any funding. You've been doing experiments on people in the military and former military people without anybody's like knowledge and consent to do these genetic. So he's like doing genetic augmentation experiments to cure his kid, because of course he is in this timeline. Q finds him and taps in and sends him a 3D printed business card that looks surprisingly like an IDIC, not the letter Q, for some reason.
And there's a phone number.
And there's a phone number that he
People have
calls.
been calling that number.
People have been calling it. What's on it?
I don't know. I can't get a straight answer out of it anyway.
You should call it. Techie Mantis, hi Mecha, hi Rob, happy Friday, hello. She's allergic to everything. I'm of the, and thank you so much, Techie Mantis. She's of the opinion that she wasn't meant, I'm of the opinion she wasn't meant to survive. You think? That's how I would see it, you know? If she's like, oh, but no. So remember, in 2 years, this technology takes place. Meanwhile, there's this whole other plot going on with Agnes and the Borg Queen. So their ship is landed in abandoned Picard village for some reason, because his ancestors who left just for like 10 years have now abandoned the vineyard still in this timeline. Because remember how they had the throwaway line of, oh well, they left during World War I to England, and that's how it explains their accent, and then they came back. Yeah, but the vineyard's empty now. It's been empty for like 80 years. So, you know, again, not keeping their internal canon consistent or straight.
You think somebody would keep up bills on it?
They don't. And nobody's keeping up the bills on the place. The place is empty and deserted. So the Borg Queen is there in the Picard village. She's tapping into the phone by impersonating everybody she can. Finally gets through impersonating Rios, and she says, "Hey, there's a woman. I'm being murdered." So she gets like an outside line to the French police. So Frenchie McFrenchman pulls up with a French accent, smoking a cigarette out of the corner of his mouth,
And
rides up on a bicycle with a baguette, and he's wearing a beret.
And a stripy shirt.
And he's got the little black and white stripy shirt. He rides up. Oh, what is the problem?
His name is Leclerc.
Leclerc.
He said you might as well name him Frenchie McFrenchman. Renault, Citroen, Peugeot.
Star Trek is getting so much worse. Prefer the explanation that England and France had one last war and the Brits won. Yeah, that'd be better. That'd be more
Or
interesting.
maybe the Federation adopted UK standard English.
Yeah.
That's more reasonable.
He's educated in the United Kingdom. He's educated and he went away to boarding school. That would make more sense. That would make way more sense. Thinking that time most of it sounds like Earth will sound in English Stranger Worlds is the Uhura show. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be. It's going to be the con show. So what else happens? Oh, so the French guy comes in. The Borg Queen tries to like assimilate him, tries to hold him hostage. So she like gets. I think Agnes finds her, or she calls to Agnes. I can't remember what.
Oh, Agnes, come here.
Oh, she calls to Agnes. Hey, if you don't let me out, I'm gonna kill this guy. So Agnes shoots her. But okay, so Agnes shoots the Borg Queen. She's all upset, like I can't believe I killed somebody again. You're upset you killed somebody again. Are you gonna puke? No, she doesn't puke.
This is the second time.
This is the second time she's killed somebody. She should be. Leclerc was a character in Allo Allo.
It's old hat for you now, Agnes.
Leclerc was in Allo Allo. I'm sure.
Leclerc.
Just name him Jesus Wooster while you're at it.
His name is Leclerc. I can't get over that. His name is Leclerc.
So yeah. So Agnes shoots the Borg Queen, and after, because the Borg Queen's got all this psychic power over her and got inside her head. Then we find, why do they have to infiltrate the party? What's going on at the party?
It's the last bash that.
Okay. So there's this
quarantine.
The astronaut chick. The astronaut. Well, now we got to tie it back into the astronaut chick, Picard's ancestor, ancestor. Totally not stolen from Star Trek Las Vegas, where the Klingons kidnapped Picard's ancestor, so he's never born. They did it better. They did it so much better. Anyway. So they have this mandatory party for the would-be astronauts, some gala event, but it's got like all this top security because in 2 years from now they're going to be able to, scan your face and make sure you're where you should be and have all these tracking and subdermal microchipping and all this stuff. Because Picard.
And not for nothing, she wouldn't be going into space alone.
No, she wouldn't go into space alone. But so she's having like an anxiety attack because she is afraid she's not going to pass her psych eval to get into the space thing. And Q's been getting in her head to try and talk her out of it and put doubt in there. Why he doesn't just shoot her, I don't know. Like, oh yes, let's make her doubt herself. Why doesn't he just go back in time and shoot her?
That'd be too easy. It's like Austin Powers.
Or kidnap her.
It's like I gotta like
the Star Trek experience makes more sense because they go back in time and they kidnap the ancestor. Trying to change the timeline.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like Austin Powers. I got a gun in my room. I'll go get it. 5 minutes, bang. We'll take care of it.
Hello, Steve Popham.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you? Doggos.
But yeah, so they have that going on. I hope I'm not sitting in dog pee or anything. Probably not. The whole ground feels a little moist.
Damp. Well, it rained.
Yeah, it rained yesterday. So anyway, Maltesers. Oh, I like Maltesers. Tried to watch a new season of The Flash and I just can't even. Oh, I haven't even started on any of those.
Now, to wrap it up.
So Picard. What else happens?
Okay,
Agnes talks her way into doing this. Oh, I studied ancient Earth computer programming, so she knows how to program an ancient Earth.
Yes, MS-DOS/0 go to 7 or whatever it is.
Yeah. So she knows all of their security. Oh, see that, and then Picard's like, yes, and this makes her the most logical, because they even ask, well, why not use one of your spies or your former Borg, Oh, you can't do that. You can't use a spy. No, because Agnes knows how to program, so she talked everybody into everything. She gets in, and the plan is, I guess, to get caught, to be awkward enough to get caught.
Of course, she's wearing a red dress.
Of course, she's wearing a red dress, standing out, doing, being Agnes, being awkward. She gets caught, and then it's like, oh, and that's the plan. And now she's like, yes, now we're in the control room, perfect. And then they pan over, and it's the Borg Queen sitting right next to her.
Yes, she's partially assimilated.
So she's partially assimilated. The Borg Queen left part of her in there. And I guess the Borg Queen, like, she was feeling it when the Borg Queen was dying. So the Borg Queen left some nanoprobes in her, just enough to kind of keep self-replicating, which kind of makes sense. But for crying out loud, Picard would have known that because he's Locutus. He would have said, yeah, now we can never trust you because you got hooked into the Borg Queen. Wouldn't he be able to sense it?
He would be. He would.
Seven would at least know. Like, she would know the cues of it, or the tells. But oh my god,
so stupid.
It's so bad. It is so bad.
It falls apart under the least bit of scrutiny. It really does.
Yeah, it's like nothing they do makes any sense.
Frenchie Leclerc. Am I going? You're sending one cop?
Sending one cop when a woman's like, "Help! I'm being murdered." Oh.
I'm wondering, does the siren go, woo?
and Picard is a robot boy now, too. Yeah. But he doesn't have any super strength or anything. So the funny thing is,
They're just giving the
whatever.
prostate? I mean,
whatever they did to Soji, like they're injecting her and giving her all these genetic augmentation treatments and
she's gonna be the
gene
mother
therapy
of
and
Khan Noonien
stuff.
Singh
Yeah, she's gonna be the mother of Khan Noonien Singh probably,
or whatever.
or because she.
No, Khan Noonien Singh's already been born because of the 1990s.
That's true.
But who cares? But they're gonna screw that up.
Whatever he did to her didn't work anyway because she starts having to spaz out, all her blood vessels start bursting, and then he brings down like that big dome thing over.
They can't even stick to the own canon. I mean, if they're gonna have Khan's ancestor, well, that means that Khan would be ruling Earth at least 30 years before. The Eugenics Wars would have already taken place. I mean, the Earth would be rebuilding now from World War III, from nuclear war.
Yeah.
Like I said, they can't stick to anything.
Yeah.
So we're just assume that this is an alternate timeline.
Yep. Well, it's always an alternate because they go to 2024 to stop Trump because they're obsessed with him. They're obsessed with him. See, and I hate that I have to look up politics to understand Star Trek now.
This is all.
The Star Trek IP was worth $9 billion in 2009, and that was before the JJ movies.
It was.
Oh, did you see the new thing? Pull up that Chris Pine thing that I sent you. Robert Meyer Burnett tweeted it.
Where's
It's in your pocket. Sean Russell, oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Does she have alopecia too? Probably. It would make more sense. So like the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go swimming. Yeah, and you're just going to know how to swim. She dives in and can swim perfectly, having never been out of the house. Soji. Her name isn't Soji. She's Data's daughter, even though Data's like 90. Or soon, whichever soon. He's like, so he's working with Q, but Q doesn't have any powers anymore for some reason. I don't know why. Oh Lord, Picard is the new cause of migraines. It is. You see that Chris Pine? So Chris Pine, speaking of Star Trek, Chris Pine even says, the guy who played Kirk on the JJ movies, he even says, yeah, they're trying to do billion-dollar movies with Star Trek, and Star Trek just isn't a billion-dollar IP. And I've always said it's a niche of a niche. Yeah, here we go. From Deadline. Robert Meyer Burnett tweeted this out. We always tried, this is what Chris Pine says now. We always tried to get a huge international market. It was always about making the $1 billion. It was always this $1 billion mark because Marvel was making $1 billion. Billion. This is what I said. They're always that. I told you guys this when we were on the old show. I used to say this. We all used to say this. That they're trying for these $1 billion properties that aren't $1 billion properties. We struggle with it because Star Trek, for whatever reason, its core audience is rabid, as you know. To get these people that are interested, that maybe are Star Wars fans or think that Star Trek is not cool or whatever, proven to be, we've definitely done a good job of it, but not the $1 billion kind of job they want. I've always thought that Star Trek should operate in the zone that is smaller. You know, it's not a Marvel appeal. It's like, let's make the movie for the people that love this group of people, that love for the story, that love Star Trek. Let's make it for them. And then if people want to come to the party, great, but make it for a price and make it so that if it makes $500 million, that's really good.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, he's making a lot of sense.
Yep.
Unfortunately, nobody's going to listen to him.
Nope. Now they'll cancel him. Probably. Now they'll dig up something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. Anytime somebody says something that goes against Hollywood or public opinion or what's that? Mason ritual, or they have to be publicly ridiculed. I think we would witness that at the Oscars. You think so? Maybe. Well, wouldn't he have just sold his kids to Epstein first? Like the rest of them in Hollywood? I don't know. Give me TOS and TNG any day. Fuck New Trek. Yeah, New Trek is just terrible. Where Kirby says Brie Larson killed Marvel. It was.
It's not. She may not have. She didn't. It was Kevin Feige that's going to kill Marvel, but Brie Larson was the one that just pulled the trigger. Kevin Feige handed her the gun. She just
Dropped it on her foot.
Yeah, and
That's what happened to it.
shot
Ooh.
herself with it.
Ew. Now her husband's gonna slap me. Is she married?
Brie Larson?
Yeah.
Really? Somebody wants to take a ride on that?
Yes. Yes, they do. J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman are don't scroll. Are not concerned with making not concerned with making money. They're using it as a platform. Yeah. Alex Kurtzman's admitted it's a platform for activism.
Yeah.
It is a platform for their activism. What do you do with that? Here, answer the chat too. It's hard for me to see it. Astronaut trained at JSC in Houston. They fly out of Elmington Field. Jiggles! It's hard to jiggle about the camera on the gimbal. How's the gimbal look though? Does it give a pretty smooth picture? We even have the cleavage shot. There's the cleavage for the jiggles. There's an airplane. There's a plane. I have no idea if it's in the shot. It's like, what are we focusing on? The airplane or something.
I am Mr. Warren, your host. Welcome to
It was just pretty smooth. She bought half a shlomo. I did. Hello, Sav from the UK. Yeah, I like this gimbal. I need to use it more. We were using it for like kitchen streams and cooking streams. So those are the 3 articles I had. Was there anything else Oscar related?
I have no idea.
Because I'll just leave this stream up. I don't think the wind is too bad on it.
No.
The Whoopi stuff was the one that really triggered me though. That was the headers. Like she really has the nerve to just flip out over people criticizing celebrities. I'm like seriously, okay, you guys gotta realize that you're from this wealth privilege that most of us are never ever going to see, and you know it's just because you get some of these Twitch streamers who are multimillionaires and stuff now, you'll get your Tim Pools and your Ben Shapiros. Sure, just because you get that, it does not mean that every single person is of that elite level, right?
Right.
I don't know. Like in nature, mind blown. See, we had to touch grass and stuff. Welcome to Touching Grass with Mecha. I think it's a new feature on the channel. Touching grass. Have to find different locations. But like, yeah, it's no, believe me, I'd be perfectly fine streaming Elden Ring right now. I'm out of chapstick. I'd be perfectly fine streaming Elden Ring right now. And talking about these issues too. Rob's taking a nap.
I'm not taking a nap.
Yeah, he is. He's laying there. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Mecha is an environment. Is this lawn simulator? Just came now. Touch again. Touch the grass, please. The grass. I don't know. Does it show? I'll have to flip the camera so I can see that it'll show it. Grass. That's me. Touch it. See? Touch it. Touch it. Touch. I like your walk around Boulder. Very positive flow. See, we try. It's like it's not. You don't always want to sit around just yelling about Hollywood from the computer. He's totally asleep.
No, I'm not sleeping.
I've got like 7 million things to do today, so I'm like, how do I combine everything that I have to get done? It's like, well, I'm gonna take a walk anyway. I can take like a half an hour to sit here and stream and talk about stuff. I think we've been live longer than that though. Oh yeah, we've been live like an hour. Next I'll have a tree. It's snowing today, Greg Kirby. I'm sorry. Can't do that here. The ground's still soaking wet. It's a little damp. It is a little damp. I'm probably gonna have a wet butt when I get up because yeah. Stacey Abrams, that was lame. Why did they have Stacey Abrams?
Because Dr. Ricky wanted her on.
Dr. Ricky wanted her on. So yeah, something tells me it's more of a, oh, we'll relocate to Georgia if you give us enough deals and breaks.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems so. Then the other option of that was they're just doing it because politics are nothing more than getting the other tribe and getting back at the other team. It's all about how many players do you have and how much you can smear and discredit the other team. I can name a single issue any of these people stand on, because if you look them up, I mean, it was a publicity stunt. It was a political stunt. Sanguine Links, we had hail. Thank you for bringing nature to us. You get gaming, cooking, and nature. You get everything on this channel. Is great. I mean, it gets so old, like, just giving the same thing every day, doesn't it?
Probably.
Doesn't it?
Yep.
I get tired of listening to the same videos from everybody every day. I don't know. Because people want interaction. People want chit chat. Lip gloss, yep. It's got chapstick in it. Will Smith was an Oscar talk about Oscar stunt. I don't know if it would have been a publicity stunt, because nobody's coming out looking good. The Oscars don't look good. Will Smith certainly doesn't look good. Chris Rock is the only one who looks good, and he made a joke about a woman's bald head.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at the end, Chris Rock is going to probably look the best. But it's one of these no-win situations. What do you do? Having a mug of tea, watching your live stream. Oh, nice. You guys gonna see Morbius? I probably won't. What do you want to say?
No, I'm not terribly interested in Morbius.
No, I'm not a big Jared Leto fan anyway. He's so weird. And who's he fighting? Like, so we're just setting him up to be a bad guy?
I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't think I've even seen more than one trailer. I totally forgot about it. I talked about the Rotten Tomatoes scores and some of what the critics said, and I think after reading some of that, I'm like, I have better things. Like, I'd rather play some more Elden Ring. I'd rather sit there and stream Elden Ring for 3 hours than spend 3 hours watching Morbius. It just seems like it'd be a better use of my time. Jim Carrey announced his retirement. Oh, I saw something on that. But doesn't he, like, retire every other year and then he comes back? Or is that an April Fool's joke? Like, half of this stuff, like, one of the April Fool's jokes we saw was that they were going to release the demastered Voyager DS9 on VHS. Yeah, sure. So that was a funny one. What was the other one? I can't remember.
Oh, Dr. Worf, Medicine Warrior.
Oh, Dr. Worf, Medicine Warrior. That would have been good. That would have been better. Hello, Epstein's Ghost. Morbius has been never been a major character. There's one thing to say about Jim Carrey's career. It's
70s. I mean,
it's so late for vampires, isn't it? We're like
73. I think Morbius was in Spider-Man comics.
Why didn't they have him like in the 90s when the vampire craze was?
They did on the cartoon.
Okay, they could have made a movie of that.
Spider-Man the animated series. Mm. It was a storyline that ran for several episodes.
I mean, vampires are so 90s. Well, they're bringing back the Interview with the Vampire, but they're making it all woke.
Yeah. Interview with a woke pirate.
I don't get it. Might be an April Fool's Day joke from it might be. Well, mine was I'm appropriating Whoopi Goldberg. I'm just Whoopi now. Give me all your money, Whoopi. She's threatening me. It's April Fool's. But give me your money, Whoopi. Your house. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm taking it personally. We're taking it personally. Morbius showed up during the storyline where Spider-Man had 4 extra arms.
Yeah.
Vampires are so 90s. I want to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer to be played by Zendaya. Actually, Sarah Michelle Gellar said she wanted Zendaya to replace her. To be the next one. I'm like, isn't Zendaya like 30?
I don't know.
Isn't she a lot older than she looks?
No shape whatsoever.
It's like, okay, is she really going to be playing a teenager for that long? I mean, shouldn't you have somebody who's not in everything? That's the other thing in Hollywood. They just have like the same 5 people in everything. Have you noticed? There's really no room for like anybody because it's like the same handful of people. Mm-hmm. I was noticing that in the mid-2000s on TV too. Is like you'd watch, did you ever watch The Game Night with Jane Lynch? Okay, she'd host like celebrity game night, and it'd be the same people from the Academy Awards and the Oscars, and then the same people would be on Match Game, and then the same people. Remember the Match Game revival?
Oh yeah.
With Alec Baldwin? Yeah. Like Amy Sedaris would be sitting there on that, and then Amy Sedaris is sitting there babysitting Baby Yoda, and yeah. Wee. Did I miss let me know if I missed anything. I think I missed a super chat there. Oh, there you go. Ollie B. Huff, have a great day. This is Canadian $4. Oh, thank you so much, Ollie B. That's the one I missed. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I missed that one. I'm trying to here, can you keep an eye on the chat for me? Make sure I don't miss any. I'm like, I missed one, didn't I? I missed that I'm sorry, I missed that super chat. Let me know if I missed any more. Zendaya playing a teenager. Zendaya as an ex-Slayer. As Buffy, we've got an issue, right? Right, like having a new Slayer, I don't think anybody would have a problem with. Just don't have her as Buffy. You know, hey, have it take place in the future or in the past. Let's follow one of the past girls. I only remember the movie lore, so only barely. I think Sarah Michelle Gellar is about the same age as me. I'm 40. Sorry, I can't see all the chat here. If I miss anything, let me know. So Sarah Michelle Gellar is getting. I think she's in her 50s, isn't she?
No, she's probably in her 40s.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. She was on All My Children when I was a kid. I think she's older than me, so she might be 45.
She was on Big Bang Theory recently.
Oh, God.
The last couple episodes.
Well, the last episode. And that's the other thing. Like, there's another. Like her and Freddie Prinze Jr. there and everything. It's like you get the same handful of people. Because they all know it's such a clique. It's such a club.
No, it's whoever's bankable at the time.
Yeah. Well, and then they put a lot of money in the marketing of these celebrities.
I mean, for like a couple years there.
How many of these articles with the Oscars are just publicists running puff that aren't even official sources?
For a couple years, you had like Jennifer Aniston was starring in everything.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer Lopez was in everything, and then you'd have whomever it was. Seth Rogen was in everything. Michael Cera was in everything.
Yeah.
It was whoever was bankable. Oh, we got to put him in everything now. Yeah.
It's because they put a lot of money behind these people making them stars, and then some of them don't take.
And Jesse Eisenberg was in everything.
I can never tell him and the other one apart anyway.
Michael Cera?
Yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar is only 44. She was born in 76. Okay. April Fools, we got fooled with Rob's face. Your face. Probably want to wrap here pretty soon.
Shut up at you, face.
Oh man.
It's 3:43.
It is 3:43. Yeah, we should probably start heading back.
It's been like an hour almost.
Yeah, we haven't been live an hour and 2 minutes. Thank you so much. 100 thumbs up. Oh, thank you guys.
We got watching.
We got 33 left. We had like 40 for a bit. But thank you. I appreciate everybody. If I missed any super chats, please let me know. Because I'm seeing. I can barely see the screen. So, or if anybody's adding me, I can barely see it. I will feel terrible. Always a pleasure, DBS Lord. So we'll probably do another stream tonight. Probably some What the Dub. I don't know if we'll have any new clips, but there's a chance that we'll get some of the Will Smith clips while it's still relevant.
And all the clips worked actually this time.
And they all worked because we double checked them. So you're getting better at figuring them. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys too. What the Dub sucks, WMDI says. You just have to be funny. But thank you guys so much. We will see you in the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.
Bye.